guys, Mitch from the Brew Lab here once again, and if you can't tell, we're back at my house, which is something we haven't done in quite a while. I like this kind of video. I feel very relaxed. There's no one walking past staring at me because I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. I had a question on one of my previous videos from a subscriber asking a few little detailed questions on dosing and shot times and bits and pieces. So I think the best way to do it is to actually do a video, because it's hard to explain a lot of the bits and pieces you can do with this machine. It seems really simple, but you can change the recipe quite a bit, quite easily. So there's going to be a lot of close-ups on the machine, not on me, because this isn't my OnlyFans page. And you guys are going to learn how to make killer espresso on a La Pavoni lever machine. We're not going to do milk, because I don't drink milk. It's gross. Let's have some fun. Here we are, I'm all set up, ready to make a coffee. Good quality scales is a must. You have to have scales that weigh in 0.1 of a gram at least. Any more than that, you probably don't need to. The variables are going to be so big, it's fine. So, good quality scales is a must-have if you're going to use one of these machines, okay? If you don't want to invest in scales, do not buy one of these machines, I promise. It's almost impossible to make a good quality coffee. Good quality espresso grinder. I've said this a million times, a good quality grinder is more important than a good quality machine. Without quality grinding, you just cannot make good coffee. Doesn't matter how good your machine is, okay? So invest in a good grinder, you will thank me, or yourself, or your pocket, or your sugar daddy, whoever paid for the thing. I have done a couple of upgrades on the machine, not major ones. I have gone to a bottomless portafilter. I'm going to explain one of the main advantages of that shortly. And I have added a thermal sticker, okay, to the front of the machine to know how hot the group head is. That's very, very important, okay? I have also upgraded to a much better tamp because that plastic thing is just fucking gross. Don't use that. That's all you need to upgrade on this machine, I believe. You can add little things like an actual pressure gauge, which shows how much pressure you're putting through the espresso. And I'm probably going to do that at a later stage, but that's getting pretty coffee nerd, which is fine. But I'm going to make a coffee. I'm going to grind coffee off camera because baby Jesus will cry. One sec, guys. I'll be back. All right, guys. So clearly I've moved the camera purely for entertainment and educational purposes. You can see right here that we have some coffeeception going on. See what I did there? So I've got 18 grams exactly in my dosing cup. Quite fine. I'm at 0.8 on the Precision GS2. If you don't know what that means, that is the setting. So you can go from 0 to 5 with increments in between. So I'm at 0.8. Quite fine. Perfect. You can play with that yourself. That's all part of the recipe, which is going to vary beans and temperature and humidity and such. So you will be able to see a couple little details here while I'm making the coffee as to exactly what's going on and why I do a few of the things that I do. I'm going to stop boring you and we're going to make a coffee. So pull that guy out. Always give it a purge, just a little bit. Make sure everything's clean and free-flowing. Coffee into the portafilter. It is a bit tricky using a 58ml dosing cup when you're not using a 58ml portafilter. Okay. Nice and firm tamp. I believe I do tamp harder than a lot of people do. Whatever. Nice up and close and personal. I'm using my qualified badass cup, which was a gift from a friend of mine, and I love it. Now we're going to make a coffee, and I'm going to start the timer. I'm going to put it so maybe you guys can see the timer. Let's tear it just so there aren't random numbers. And we're going to start a timer over. You're not going to be able to see that, let's be honest. I'm going to start the timer. So we're going to go, as soon as I start lifting the lever, which is right here, if you can't see it. Timer's on. I'm going to take about 5 seconds to get all the way to the top. And as soon as you see coffee coming out in some kind of way, just start to make your coffee. Nice and slowly. Oh. Now this is a very nice shot. I don't know how much you guys can see, but that is bloody nice. Hold it down. And now we're at 45 seconds. Okay, so in under a minute total time, you're going to get yourself a very nice espresso. Okay, once you've kind of got your desired amount of espresso, let's turn this on and see if it makes anything nicer. Yeah. Very nice shot. Okay, very, very creamy, very clean. You are going to have to play with recipes yourself. It's all part of it. Every bean's different. Your water, temperature, everything, okay? So play with your coffee, play with your machine, play with your grinder. You have all of these items, which is all part of the recipe, and it's all very important. So do it. So apologies for that. That was a very important phone call that I had to take. This is real life and this isn't Hollywood. So I'm going to do that stuff. Like I was saying, play with your coffee, play with your machine, your beans, your grinder. It's all very relevant to where you are, what beans you're using, what water you're using, your altitude, humidity, all of those things change. So what works for me in my house may not work for you at cafes, wherever you are. It's all different. Apart from that, you guys know what to do. Play with it, okay? I want to say thank you to someone, Zlatko, I think that's how you pronounce your name, from over in Bulgaria. He actually reached out to me, asked a few questions, and that's why this video happened. So thanks, mate. He's done the upgrades, he's done the portafilter, the tamp, it's almost identical actually, so that's kind of freaky. And some good quality scales that weigh in 0.1 of a gram, because you need those three things in my opinion to get the best out of this machine. They don't come with them because it just jacks the price up and no one will buy them and think they're too expensive. They are not too expensive, they are perfect. So once again, thank you Zlatko. Thank you for everyone that's watched this video. Please give it a like and subscribe and all those things, please. It'll mean a lot to me. And thank you to my friend for this amazing qualified badass cup. It is my favorite cup. I've actually got a couple of them, and there's some sauces as well. That anyway, thank you so much everybody. Have a great afternoon, day, morning, whatever it is for you, and we'll speak soon. Cheers guys. Bye.